What to do when the shit hits the fan in your business? You have the mass exodus. You have I turned my back for a month.
I dropped the ball.
I've got no clients.
Yeah.
I went on holidays. Like, whatever the catalyst of it happening is,
Yeah.
you look at your bank account, or you look at your pay, or you look at your book, and you go,
whatever, yeah.
oh, God,
Yeah.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. So you have every right to have a moment to, be upset, and fuck, I would be an absolute hypocrite if I haven't had a moment in the last 8 months of where I'm like, that's happened, or I'm overwhelmed and I don't think things are going the right direction. I'm like, fuck, I put all this work in, and I wish I just did this, I would have so much more, and absolute hypocrite.
Yeah.
Steph's the only person who has experienced that roller coaster of emotions, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that's taken me out of those scenarios is just having us after the emotional period and getting over that as fast as possible, which is a skill, is just getting down to the drawing board and going, what do I have to do to fix this problem?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's you and I have to have a call, and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, I'm spread, this and that, and we just sit there and we go, cool, this is everything that's happening. What's the most important thing, or how are we going to get to where we need to go? You can do that with yourself as well. It's
Whiteboards are great.
Yeah, it's just being able to map it out.
Yeah.
Because there's, and I think I made a video for the mentorships that we're making, and about the data tracker.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I get that, like, putting all these numbers in isn't fascinating, isn't sexy, isn't this, and I'm like, but there's no better way to identify a problem and know how to fix it than having a clear map.
Yeah.
And it's the same with building your business, right? So if you're like, well, I need this many clients, and you have historical data that goes, right, well, to get this many clients, I need to, get in front of this many people because I close at this rate and blah, blah, blah. It's like having an idea of what to do is better than just what you want.
Yep.
Because everybody wants more clients, but how the fuck do they get them?
Yeah.
So they don't know what to do, so they never map it out. So that's, if you can get from that, like, emotionally unstable position, which everybody gets to.
Yeah.
As soon as you can get to that drawing board with a game face on, like, I'm ready to solve this problem.
Yeah.
And you can map it out, then it's just doing it.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with a coach during the week that experienced this. Turn around, like, life stuff, work stuff, heaps going on, turn around and was just like, holy shit, the business is running in negative.
Yep.
So first, I would say sort a budget out.
Yeah.
Like, get a budget system that you're putting business savings away. So in that event, you've I'm fine for 8 weeks.
Yeah, pits and piles, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's time when you make money, it's time when you lose money. The higher you get, everyone thinks, like, the further ahead I get in business, like, I'll just have exceptionally more profit.
No, you
it's
just put more money back into your business.
Sometimes you do, like you said, like, what is the pits and the what?
It's pits and piles.
Yeah.
So,
So sometimes you are piling cash away, and then sometimes there's pits. The bigger you get, the bigger the pits are.
Absolutely.
And they're terrifying.
Yeah.
So if you're just sole traded now, understand those pits are still going to come. Understand that long term, they're probably only going to get bigger. They don't go away. So having a budget in place that you don't, because
it's like a float. You have like a float, and you inject it in and take it back out.
Panic creates really bad decision making.
Oh, absolutely.
And the issue that I see is most personal trainers, business owners in general, make shit decisions when their back's against the wall.
Yep.
That's when you spend 3 days making a fucking QR code download poster for the toilet, and I'll go speak to 20 cafes and do all the shit that's never worked for you.
Yeah. Or you pull back on the things that are going to long-term give you the greatest earning potential. Like, we see it all the time. It's like, oh, I've lost clients. It's like, cool, let's pull back on my expenses.
Yeah.
And it's like, you pull back on something like education, mentoring, whatever. And I know that's rich for us to say because we have the program, but it's like the ones that haven't pulled back on that
win.
They're like, oh, I'm back and even more ahead.
Yeah.
I just had to get through that period. And yeah, it's just so easy when you're stressed to just go default mode, scarcity, pull back on everything. Yeah.
So this trainer was like, he doesn't have access to calls.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, that's hard. You can't just turn the switch on like a Good Life trainer can.
Yeah.
But is skillful at walking the floor, comfortable with it, good at it. And it was like the solution was I'm going to go over and do paid marketing because I tried it once and it did okay. Like, okay, how many appointments can you get on the floor per week? Probably like 4. Sweet. How many clients do you need? I need to do 7 sessions. Okay, what are you averaging sessions per client right now? 1. Cool. So if you make 4 appointments, you think you'll close 3? Yes. Okay, so you're back in the black in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
If you just do that, nothing else.
Yeah.
Can you survive 2.5 weeks with where the business is right now? Yes. If it gets worse, is that a real problem? Yes. If you spend money on Facebook ads and they don't work, you're in a worse position. Yes.
Even bigger pit.
Okay, so go and do the fucking floor work. Pick up the phone, do the calls. Like when PTs come to us and they're like, I'm struggling. So we had a guy in Standout recently, same thing. Life circumstances changes and was like, dude, I need to make an extra like $600 a week tomorrow. I'm like, okay. What's the most reliable, fastest, simplest way for you to put on clients? Phone calls. Sweet. See you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Put $1,000 in his business in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like, but people are like, oh, but I've been doing it so long, and I'm like, just perception, I'm above phone calls.
Yeah, or it won't pick up at that rate because it hasn't up to this point. It's like it's fucking different energy when you have to do it,
and you haven't done it. You haven't done the work to get the outcome, so of course you haven't.
Yeah.
So
and
I think
you just do more when your back's against the wall. Like we talk about this all the time. It's like it's not bad enough.
Yeah.
When it's not bad enough, you won't give it everything you've got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we've experienced it, and we still have it. Some, you know, the cushy positions we're in.
Yeah.
You know, it still gets in the way of like you going all in, but it's like when you're in that position, like that person, it's like it's just a different energy, different action, different outcome.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did come up with some other cool strategies, but I was like, if you do this in a month's time, your business is fine.
It's almost guaranteed strategy. It's almost guaranteed because you know that person's going to do it and do it well.
They've done it before.
Yeah.
It's all there. And then I was like, cool. So, all right, you've got most of your client book doing 1 session a week. Why don't you do a month? Yeah. Second session's half price. Can you fit those sessions in your book? Yeah. Yes? Cool. Offer them.
Yeah.
And it's like once you've got this core, though, because that doesn't solve the problem. It's like you need to go get clients, but we need to, if we want to bump cash flow straight away, maybe what's something we could put in terms of cash flow. But people go straight to that thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, cool. And you can run some Facebook ads.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah.
So we know definitely this first strategy is going to get you back to where you want to be.
Yeah.
We can shorten the timeline by offering a bunch of people extra sessions, pick up an extra bit of cash. Hopefully some of them stay on to 2 sessions. Life's good. And then if the Facebook ads work, oh no.
Yeah. Even if you did those half sessions for a month to raise the revenue to do the paid ads to get people in, it's like you're not dipping into your pit.
Correct.
You've just generated the income by being creative, and then you've also given yourself a potential situation where that person's doing the second session goes, I love this.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what you call a strategy. It's just a thing that coaches don't do. They're just like, every time when we're like, they're like, oh, we need more sessions. Like, have you asked your current clients if they want to do more training? It's just like, oh, I couldn't dare possibly ask them to pay more. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
Like buy more, buy again.
Yeah.
Like that's really what a business is. It's like, and that's what you want to do. So it's just, if you come at it with with an angle of like, I need more money, of course they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But if you come at it at the angle of like, hey, the more times you see me, the better you're going to get.
You've been missing a few workouts. Exactly. I know it's winter, blah, blah, blah. Like, how many times in the last month have we heard all my clients are in Europe?
Yeah.
All right. So all the ones that are still here, did you fill the sessions?
Get them to do an extra session.
It's like, hey, for the next month,
I've got this spot for
I've got 7 people in Europe.
Yeah.
Do you want to do an extra session for a month? Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Short-term commitment.
Agreed.
Like, I was like, yeah, I can afford that for a month. That's fine. Of course. It's fucking great news.
Yeah. And then even take the same strategy if you're too scared. Offer them a discount on the session, at least it's occupied. You want the time occupied if you don't have the confidence. Like,
yeah.
It's just, every other business does it. Every other business is like, oh, would you like fries with that? Is there anything else? Like, you know, oh, we've got this at 50% off. Like, you go and buy your beard shit. You know, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, cool, we've got all this other cologne and this and that, and it's like 20% off. Every single other business does it.
Yeah.
And the person either says yes or no. And that's it. And guess what? They still come back.
Yeah.
It's not like they're sitting there like, how dare you offer me more service?
Yeah.
With the idea of me paying you more money.
Stop solving my problems.
Yeah, like, you know, we're just getting each other in our own heads about money and all that. And it's like, I know if I had my time again, I would love to have overcome that earlier because I know it would have solved so many problems faster.
Yep.
You know, outside of like the action, like we're just knowing where to take the action.
Yep.
You know, having these like a tick box of like, cool, if I need more leads and I need more sessions or more money, this is the checklist or this is the black book of how I get them.
Yeah.
And I go, right, well, I'm going to ask for referrals with my clients. I'm going to ask all my clients if they want to have more sessions. I'm going to hit the phones. I'm going to walk the gym floor. And I'm going to set myself targets to do this. Mm-hmm. If you have those strategies, yes, you have every right to be upset.
Yeah.
Every right to be emotional. Every right to go, fuck, why do I do this to myself? And then you go, cool, I'm going to open up the black book of strategies and just get to work.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do.
Yeah.